Stephen A. Smith, here's my takeaway after you went into your takeaway about the Jets' performance. This was a classic Rex Ryan game. He proved to me once again he is the best defensive coach in all of football, beyond even the great Bill Belichick. How he did what he did last night with backup cornerbacks, I have no idea. They bedeviled Brady and company once again, as they almost always do, except for the butt fumble game on Thanksgiving. Rex Ryan has tormented this quarterback even in his backyard in Foxborough. And he basically did it once again with nothing, with mirrors. And yet, despite all that, we got to see once again near the end of the game why Rex Ryan has no real feel for offense and for game management. Because you have to explain to me, why would Rex Ryan, after his defense had Tom Brady and company on the run, onside kick with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left, Geno's heating up, and Rex onside kicks. Now, to his credit, it almost worked. Way to go, Danny Amendola. We had an Amendola sighting on a touchdown pass that saved the game, which was a better catch than a throw by Tom Brady. And then he swooped in late to save what was a loose ball on the onside kick. But Stephen A., think about this. You give the Patriots the ball on your side of the field when you don't recover the onside. So the Patriots get it at your 45-yard line. What if you had kicked it away? And let's just do hypotheticals. What if you had made them start 1st and 10 at their 20? Well, they were running scared, man. They weren't trying to do anything. They got 1 yard in 3 tries, and they punted. Now, in this case, they virtually pooch punted to try to get them inside their 10 and got them at their 12. But what if they'd had to kick it away from their 21-yard line? The Jets could have had a little return, maybe. The Jets might have gotten the ball up near midfield. Well, of course, thanks to Rex and some blunders on offense, they had no timeouts left with 1 minute and 4 seconds left. But the way Geno had heated up, you don't think they could have produced a very makeable field goal from, say, their 45-yard line as opposed to their 12-yard line? Geno almost got him there anyway. He almost did. He got him a 58-yarder, and Folk got it blocked. I don't know. Could he have made it if it hadn't gotten blocked? He made a kick earlier that CBS showed went 58 yards in the air. So I don't know, but it is crazy to onside kick with 2.5 minutes left. That's Rex, the failing head coach, to me.
I totally agree with you, Skip Bayless, but not just because of that onside kick. The fact that he had exhausted his timeouts before then really, really annoyed me. I just looked at the game management of Rex Ryan, and clearly he's just proven once again that, his two gifts are very, very simple. Defense and motivation. Yep. Because guys do play hard for him. There's no question about that. He's a guy that can rally the troops and can maximize your potential in terms of effort. And obviously on the defensive side of the ball, he can go further than that and be incredibly effective. But on the offensive side of the ball, clueless. Special teams, clueless. Game management skills, also clueless. And when you consider all of those things, it can't be ignored that this has to be the end for Rex Ryan. I'm just sad for him because I'm preoccupied with the big fish in all of this, meaning the big culprit. Yep. And I believe that to be John Idzik, the general manager.
I agree.
For the New York Jets, along with the owner, Woody Johnson. I understand what Rex is. My issue, Skip, is that he's always had those impediments. He's always had those limitations to his coaching acumen. But it didn't stop the New York Jets from getting the 2 consecutive AFC championship games. Why? Because they did 2 things effectively. They ran the football and they played defense. Remember back in the days with Thomas Jones, with Sean Green, with the New York Jets coming out of the backfield, with Mark Sanchez being a game manager, throwing the football when necessary, but essentially controlling the clock, using those 2 dudes to move the chain. Plus you had Darrelle Revis as one of your elite corners. You had Cromartie back there, and you knew that your defense was stout, big time. Number 1, number 5, respectively, over the first 2 years of Rex Ryan's NFL coaching career with the New York Jets. That isn't the case now, because if you're Idzik, what do? You sit up there and you completely strip this man of any potency whatsoever. Skip, I think the job that Rex Ryan did last night, despite the idiocy of expiring his timeouts, using them all up and what have you, I still think it was a phenomenal performance to some degree, because who do you have? despite the fact that there's no Reeves, who's on the other team. There's no Cromartie, who's in Arizona. What do you have? Milliner went down, for crying out loud, Skip. You're playing with smoke and mirrors, and somehow, some way, take away the blown coverage, okay, with Vereen in the first quarter, that big time pass, and of course the touchdown pass in the fourth quarter. What do you have? I mean, the Jets defense, I thought, played very, very well. They were in this game. Geno Smith played a clean game. They ran the football effectively, and even with this patchwork squad, Rex Ryan manages to be in this game and be in a position to win against the hated Patriots. So, again, it wasn't a great performance. I understand what you're saying about his coaching acumen. He's not a head coach. We get that. But Idzik and Woody Johnson, to me, are the biggest culprits. And to me, they're a bigger problem than Rex Ryan.